Right. Good evening. The music was still playing in my earphones. I don't know what's happening. Hold on a second. I do know now. I found it. What a dick. Right. Let me just get started. Hi. Shout out to Kelsey, Noxie, Clary, Bibby, Real Honest Ghost, I presume that is. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? I'm a swinger. Good evening. Right, folks, I've just had a 10-minute chat with the boy. He's in a good place. Bibby, you've had enough prizes. You're not getting any for coming on this one. Tomorrow night, there's a prize going. If Bobby can get his ass into making it, he leaves everything to me, as you can tell. Evening, Lewis. Make sure you're watching tomorrow night, Lewis, because you'll be amazed. But there you go. Excuse me. Just blather along ourselves to start with, just to see if anybody else is going to come in, so I don't have to keep repeating myself, because he's given me some. He's given me a list of bullet points. He's good like that. He's one of the bullet points anyway. I need to do a big shout out to Bibby from Cheggs. And he says, make it special, because he's been monetized. And he's quite impressed. So there you go, Bibby. That's for you, mate. And I know it's pointless me saying anything to everybody in the feed, in the stream, or whatever you want to call it. Stream sounds like I've been to the doctor. Because you'll all have already subscribed to Bibby. But if you haven't, Kelsey will put a link in, as she's normally quite good at things like that. Good evening, V. Nice to see you. As I said earlier, I've had a good chat with Levi about half an hour ago. We've got a few bullet points to go through. So there we go. Mini Scotch Egg, good evening. Nice to see you. Nice. We're about there. I think TRHG. Oh, yeah. I've got that one. TRHG V. Mini. Yeah. So anyway, his first bullet point was I'll pass on your message, Bibby. He'll be chuffed to bits, mate. As I say, he was over the moon. He really was. There's a word for it, and I can't think of what the word is, but there you go. It's just one of those things. Anyway, going back to his bullet points, he's loving his single cell. He's loving it. He says it's great. And he thinks he might be getting a different one tomorrow that's got a shower in it. But you never know, do you? He might not, but he thinks he is. V, I wore this bow tie before, mate, but a long time ago. I've got loads more. Loads of them. Yeah, so if you haven't subscribed to Bibby, his his shortcut, or whatever you call that thing, is there in the chat, in the stream. Okay. So yeah, he's loving his single cell. Hopefully he's going to get a shower in his cell tomorrow. So it'd be good if I could read me writing. You'll have to forgive me when I'm looking that way, because I'm trying to read me writing. He was speaking so fast and I was writing so fast. But let's have a look. So he hasn't done much in the last week, apparently, but he's looking forward to education this next week, which is a good thing, I think. Looking forward to education. I used to when I was young. Well, yeah. I'm telling lies, really. I hated bloody school. But there you go. So he's looking forward to his education, and he was reminiscing on his time in Hull HMP, and he said the way he thinks about Hull prison is it was run more on the Russian Gulag system. I presume everybody knows what a Russian Gulag is. That's what he equated to Hull prison, Gulag. And I don't know what I've got some writing here, and I can't read what it says. My second bullet point, and I have no idea what it says. Good evening, Mark. Nice to see you. I'm a new channel, a newbie to the channel. That's nice. I presume you do know Levi, or Scotch Egg, as his handle is. Levi's his name, and Scotch Egg is his game. God, I'm getting to be a bit of a poet. I'm impressed. Hoggy Boy, good evening. Nice to see you. A bit later on, I'll go back through his bullet points. I might even get to the second one and realise what I've written, because my writing's not the best. No, it's because I was writing so fast. But Kelsey might be able to give me a hint. Yeah, he's enjoying his new. He's enjoying being down Nottingham Way, Loudham Grange. He's enjoying his single cell, and he'll enjoy it even more if he gets a new cell tomorrow that's got a shower in it. So that's one thing he's looking forward to. The other thing he's looking forward to is a week of education, which I thought I'd never hear from him, but I'm shocked that I am. Release to. No, can't read that. I'll have to ask him when he phones me next time what his second bullet point was. It's either that or I get him to send me him in a link. Yeah, he said the food's a lot better. And last week he was saying about the food, about the, what's them silly American things you get? Forgot what you call them now. Hash browns. He says the hash browns are great. He has loads for his breakfast, which I presume is better than what he had in the Gulag, because I think that was just grubble for breakfast. There you go. Well, according to Mark, the Midlanders are the best. Well, I know one or two who are not, but you don't want to know about them. But yeah, it is a shame that it stopped us speaking to him on the live. It wasn't dickheads; it was just one dickhead. It was it was that single cell woman. But there you go. I call her a muppet, but there you go. That's another thing, isn't it? So everybody, I hope you've all had a good week. I've had a good week. Been very nice. It's a bit cold now, though. I've started having to put my gloves back on to keep my hands warm. But besides that, it's not too bad. The sun shines occasionally. Bit of a Neil Diamond song there. The sun shines every time. Yeah, I'm a swinger. You've got it exactly right. I'm more than wild. Well, I've been told I'm wild, but there you go. Lincolnshire doesn't have any hills. Well, Mark, what are you talking about? Lincolnshire and hills, they haven't got any. It's as flat as a bloody pancake. You could stand. You could get on the bridge here at Hull Bridge, stand on the end and look down, and on a good sunny day, you could see Norfolk. It just shows you how many hills there are in Lincolnshire. Yeah, they've got one hill. Lovely. I think it's great. Wait, man, what am I on about? We do have a few, don't we? Funny enough, I was driving the other day and I can't remember where I was coming from. I was coming from Wetherby. And I thought, I might just go up Garraby Hill way. And then I thought, no, I better not, because I don't think my car can cope going up Garraby Hill. It takes all its time to go up the hill in town. No, it's a bit of a crap car, but there you go. I'm going to have to put my other glasses on if I can find them, because these keep slipping off my bloody head. No, they're right over there, so I'll just stick with these. Keep going like that, as people do. But what else? Have I missed anything else? I bet you have done that one. Kelsey, you know what he's like. He loves his hash browns. I don't know why, but he does. He always mentions them. I don't know why he does that either, but he does. He see if you that's a bit depends which Engelbert you mean. I'm a swinger, you know. Do you mean the real one or the one that's got the sideburns? Anyway, I could have cheated tonight because I could have recorded Cheggs on my phone and then played it back and said, well, it's an AI thing I've done. But I thought I better not. Change the voice. No, I suppose I could do that. I could put it in and change the voice. It'd be the same person, but with a different voice. Which wouldn't be right, would it, really? When I think about it, it sounds a bit stupid. But there you go. Another Sunday. Brains getting a bit muddled. Black Queen, good evening. What's it like up where you are? Because it's bloody freezing here. Feels like winter again. So we've got quite a few from all around the country, haven't we? Really, right down the bottom there where Bibby is, and then we've got a few up above me, and one up past Newcastle. Oh, good heavens. And Scarborough, Newcastle, down south. It's Southerners. Then we've got a couple in Yellow Belly country. So, round and about. Yeah. 5 degrees. What is that? 5 degrees outside. I used to know a group called the 3 degrees. Are they related? I very much doubt it. Oh, I've got my vape in my hand. I'll put it down. I won't vape. Yeah, it can make you laugh sometimes, can't you? He always puts a smile on my face, does Bibby, I can honestly say. It's 8 degrees. Does that mean it's 8 degrees outside? I presume it does. Let's see what it says on mine. It says on mine that in Hull it's 13 degrees. I thought you said you were in Mark. I thought you said you were in Lincolnshire, not Norfolk. God, it's a bit cold where you are then, baby. 10 centigrade. Mark, I'm near the coast, and it's not so cold here. Well, it is inside, but it isn't so much outside. Yeah. As you can see, t-shirt on. Man, saying that once I've got off the live, I've got about 14 jumpers on, and I don't know what you call those things. Not a smoking jacket. I don't know what you call them now, but I've got one anyway. I want one of those. I want one of those blankets. You know what you can plug into your PC and keep you warm. Dressing gown, Lewis. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. See, I'm glad when people put the words in my mouth that I can't remember. It all spins back a few years where I lost the ability with speech. Sammy's cinnamon hoodie for Grandad. Is that what they're called? And I've got an hoodie, I think. No. I've got one of those, I don't know if you call them hoodies. Somebody bought me a couple of years ago for Christmas. Somebody bought me one of those warm things that you put, and it's the whole body with a hood on it. I don't know what there was a word for them. I can't remember what the word is. Somebody will come back and say, "Oh, it's one of these," and I'll know then. Like I was saying, yeah, and well, it sounds good, Sammy Cinnamon. That sounds great, mate. Again, I've just lost the track of what I was talking about. Yeah, onesie. That's the word. Onesie. What was I talking about, for Christ's sake? Thick as a dustbin lid at times. Yeah, I forget words. As you can see, I forget words. Sometimes I need a bit of a bit of a nudge to get the right word out. The words in my head, it just won't come out of my mouth. Unfortunately, it's a throwback to a few years ago when I had one of them things where you have a bad head. Forgot what you call that now, but I had one. You see, I've got into a place now I can't remember bloody things until somebody gives me a bit of a push, and I can go there then. But anyway, it's in the genes. Lewis, it is in the genes, I can tell you. Stroke, Sammy, that's it. That's the word I was looking for, a stroke. I've had a few strokes in my life, but not that kind. So getting back to Cheggs anyway, just in case people have come in and haven't heard what his bullet points was. I've got 5 bullet points, and unfortunately, I can't read one of them. But he was telling me that Hull prison was run like a Russian detention centre, which is a gulag, I think they call them. And he was looking forward to his education week next week, because he hasn't done a great deal this week, apparently. So he might have put all his efforts into answering emails. In fact, saying that, I might just send him an email just to see if he answers me, because I've sent 2 so far, and I've sent 3 so far, and he's only answered 1. But I presume he answers everybody else, just leaves me out. Story of my life. Yeah, and he gave a big shout out to Bibi. And again, if anybody's in the chat now and they don't know about Bibi having a channel, if you look through the stream, the chat, you'll see his shortcut. And what else was it? He loves his single cell, and hopefully he's going to get a better single cell tomorrow with a shower. And talking of single cells, that's the person who phoned up the prison and got me into trouble for broadcasting him live. She was a single cell. But there you go. If I haven't said hello to everybody, I do apologise, because it goes through a little bit fast and I lose track of where I was. But if I haven't said hello, good evening to everybody. Apparently Kelsey's in training to be in EastEnders, so that's I can't say that that's so much to look forward to in your bloody life, is it? Anyway, people, anybody got any questions you need answering that if I can't answer, I can write them down, hopefully that I can understand my writing, and I can ask him when he phones me again, because he's going to be phoning during the week, and I can get an answer and update you with it. Unless, of course, you want to send him an email, which you can do. I can't remember exactly how you do it, but you create an account on somewhere. You write the email in this account and you send it off and ask for a reply. So if you don't send him emails, and I'm not saying you have to or whatever, I'm just saying if you want to, there is a thing out there, and I know that Kelsey will put what it is in the chat, so that emates, is that what it is? Emates? That sounds like a sexual thing. Mates. Am I thinking on the wrong path? It must be my thoughts. Do you know, I need my brainwashing out. He's a lot more happier where he is. There you go. Kelsey's put it in, emailaprisoner.com. You just go on there, create an account. You have to put some money in and type an email to him. So apparently eMates is an app. Don't use it. It's crap. Ooh. That's a bit of a naughty word for Paul to say. I'm not allowed to say words like that anymore. Bobby's told me off about swearing. Sammy is in Loudham Grange, just outside Nottingham. He's got a single cell and he's loving it. Food's good. And it's clean and tidy, which he said that's what that second bullet point was. It's clean and tidy as opposed to the shithole in Hull. Well, he didn't say shithole, but I put that word in. Yeah, I listened to that stream with Cheggs in the background. And if you didn't know, there is a playlist in Cheggs Grandad account where Friday nights is music night. There's a 2-hour show on a Friday night, and it's Cheggs when he was younger as a radio jockey. Oh, good heavens, I'm coming out with big words now, jockey. Yeah, and it's quite good. I quite enjoyed the music. I really didn't always like his music, but I've had to sit through downloading it every week, 2 hours, and it's put me in the right frame of mind, really. But now that we've got the ability to talk to each other once again, and he's got into the habit of writing bullet points ready for me, he'll be doing his shout-outs. So unfortunately, you won't hear him say it, but I shall be saying them, and I'll tell you he's said it, if that makes any sense. So, B, I haven't listened to the whole of Bibby's stream. I did listen to a bit, and I heard the music in the background. Was it one of his lives on his new, his Cheggs, not Cheggs, Scott Cheggs stream channel? Because it would be, well, you'll hear his voice on the other ones. They're all there. It just doesn't, unless of course he might give you a shout out on his 2-hour radio show, because people from the UK used to send him things and he used to give them shout outs. So yeah, I don't know if you've noticed on his channel, but I have. I don't know if he was a member or not, and I'm not trying to find out if he was or not. But he did do a few member-only music nights, and I think I've set 2 so far as public. So if you haven't seen all of his music, there might be 1 or 2 there that you haven't seen before. again, I don't know if that's making any sense to anybody. It's making sense to me in my head, but it might not make sense to you. But so Sammy, when you say you only joined just before he got nicked, was that because there is quite a lot of music on his channel, and I think I've got another four what do you call them? Another 4 members only music bits that I have to put them back on. But I try not to make it a little bit complicated, because if I put something on his channel, people tend to think it's him. And then of course you've got the single cell and Rat Boy will be gobbing it off. So I try not to put too much on, me pretending I'm him, if that makes sense. But there is a few more shows I'm going to put to public, but I didn't want to put them all at one go. Just take it, a bit at a time, as you do. I can honestly say he's quite good with his music. Well, Sammy, I presume he gave you a few shout-outs then, if you was a member. Because I'm Surly Furton. Oh, God. I'm fairly certain. Do you know, I think it sounds like I'm pissed. I forgot what I was saying. Anyway. Well, I'm glad. He's quite good at doing shout-outs. As you can tell, I'm not. It's all this shout-outing and things like that. It doesn't compute in my head. I need a dig to say stuff if it's not there. As you can tell, for when you come in, I just rattle away all the people's names and say hi. But yeah, Single Cell and Rat Boy. I missed off Mucky Box, but she's on there as well. Those 3. But Rat Boy and Mucky Box are not too bad now. It's just Single Cell is the is the one. She's a pain in the ass. Yeah, I used to do a load of shout-outs, but people started to laugh at me, so I stopped doing it. So I just tend to say hello rather than a big shout-out to Noxie for pulling me out. Oh, that sounds disgusting. You know what I mean, don't you? Anyway, there you go. Look, I'm getting quite good at this, putting stuff on the screen and taking it off. And I'm getting into this. I've only been doing it since April. And what is it now? Winter. Yeah. Yeah, it's I just get words mixed up, unfortunately. It's because my mind's going so fast that my mouth can't keep up with my mind. Half the time it won't come out of my mouth what I've got in my mind, and the other half it comes out wrong. So I might get better as we go along. I keep saying that. It can only get better. Sound like a Labour politician, unfortunately. They'll only get better. Relatable. Yeah, that's a word. That's a good word. I know a few words like that. Oh, that coffee's freezing. I normally make a brew just before I come on live, but I did a live earlier on and forgot that I was doing another one. So I didn't have a chance to make myself a coffee. My camera's falling over now, for Christ's sake, what's happening? But yeah, so 2, 4, 5 bullet points. I've gone through them all, I think. Like I say, if anybody wants to throw any questions, or if they think of something during the week and they need something clarifying, or they need a question answering, or they want a special shout out from Cheggsy, just put it in the comments below. You know, I've seen people do that. Put it in the comments below. And because I do read the comments, I don't just put the thing up and forget about it. So let me just go through and see if I've missed anything that yeah, it's not saying that if Bibby put one on with him in the background, I could do the same. I suppose I could just put it playing in the background so I can talk and you can hear me, but you can also hear Cheggsy. I might just give it a go. Yeah, thanks for coming, Sammy. It's and I shall pass your regards on to Cheggsy, and no doubt he'll be shouting out. Shouting out. I nearly said shouting out, but there you go. You know what I mean. It was nice of you to come along and listen, because I can blather, but only to a short extent, I suppose. What I'll do next week, Clary, I will put one of his music nights on in the background, so that when I go quiet, you'll be able to hear it a bit better. I think I've got the capability of doing that. I don't think it'll be too difficult. And let's see if we can find some that's got shout outs on. That would be good, wouldn't it? If I could find them with shout out, I'd have to listen to them. Oh, God, I can't be doing more of that. But there you go. I'm only joking, folks. It's yeah, I don't know why I haven't thought of that, quite honestly. I don't know why I haven't thought of that. Who thought about Bibby? Who thought about putting Cheggsy in the background on yours? Was that your idea, or did somebody give you a bit of a kick and say do that? Or come back to me, breaker 19. As you can tell, I'm getting a bit stuck for what to say. Yeah, I'll definitely do it. Next week we'll have one way family favourites. All right, Bibby. There you go then. That was quite good. It did sound quite good. You'll have to give me some lessons on how to do it so I don't do it bloody wrong. Yeah, it sounded like I say. I didn't listen to it all. I don't sit and listen to them all. I click on, click me like and all that kind of things, and listen to bits and bobs, and then do other things. Because we all have other things to do as well, I suppose you can say, really. So Colin asked me to play some tunes, and evening, Bobby. You're late. You've been asleep. It's not a new bow tie. I've had this one on a couple of times before. It's my, I call it my blobby bow tie, because it's a bit of a Mr. Blobby colour. Anyway. Kelsey, you're typing too quick, darling. You're missing letters out. That's no good. But yeah, you see, you found out where you made your mistake. Anyway, just remember, folks, that I'm back on tomorrow night, 7 o'clock with Bobby. I don't know what we're going to talk about tomorrow night, but hopefully we'll get a few laughs and whatever. And I've got another quiz all lined up, ready to go. And it's not difficult. Well, I don't think it's difficult. It can't be difficult because I know the answer. So there you go. If I could find my gloves, I'd put them on me because my hands are absolutely freezing. Just bear with me a second because I need my gloves. Can't cope anymore. My fingers are absolutely frozen. Oh, good heavens. There we go. That's sorted. That's better. That'll soon warm my hands up. I like bloody Scrooge now. Yeah, so as Kelsey says there, I do genealogy. If anybody's into genealogy, go across, subscribe. Subscribe, and I'm there to help. Just remember, if you're stuck or if you want to start, I'm there to help. I'm just in the process of creating a podcast, a weekly podcast, Wednesday nights, half-hour podcast on the genealogy guy. Just in the process of doing that one. So anyways, something else I've got to do. Bobby always says I'm ruthless with the quizzes, but I don't think I am. I think they're really easy. I try to make them difficult, and Google's your answer. Google is the answer to everything, isn't it? Anyway, folks, if you haven't subbed to Genealogy Guy, I would appreciate it if you just subbed. You don't have to be interested. You don't have to do anything, but it'll take me from single figures maybe to double figures. But Bibby said he's not going to have a go at the quiz anymore because he's won it so many times. But yeah, my sentiments entirely, Bibby. Do you know? I don't want to be sounding. I don't know what the word is, but I don't want to sound it. But that emoji at the end of Bibby's looks a bit like Bobby. Sounds awful, that, doesn't it? But I didn't mean it, Bobby. I'll take it back. But yeah, so I would appreciate it if you haven't subbed to the genealogy guy. Just please sub. As I say, you don't have to come on. You don't have to participate. You don't even have to know, be interested. But the subs are good. It helps. Mark, it's well, it won't Clary who'll come to my mind, but there you go. Oh, I can't find how to get that off now. No, we've got you should know by now, Bobby. I don't tell anybody anything. It's all me. I don't even tell my family what the answers are. And I don't want to be thing, but they do ask. And so according to Bibi, he's got no money to be bribing, but there's money's not everything. Apparently, it helps, but it's not everything. Happiness is one, but you can't give happiness, can you? Now you can make people laugh. You can make them laugh. That's good. But he did really well because he knew what to ask. Ask Google. That was the thing. So I've got a bit stuck here because it said Mark said the emoji is a portrait of Clary, and then Clary said it's Mark the Geek with that emoji. So I'm a bit lost on that one. But anyway, folks, we're getting close to the hour, and nobody's asked any questions, or nobody's nobody's asked any questions, or nobody's put forward any suggestions or whatever. So it's just a case of giving the shout-outs, isn't it, to whoever is in. What's wrong with people's spelling tonight? I presume that means Kelsey, you're not allowed to win the quiz because you're a top mod. Well, she's definitely the top mod because it's the only mod I've got. I don't have loads of mods. It's just that. It's just Kels is the one. Anyway, I'll jump on and show you how I got the music on if you want. I tell you, maybe I've got an idea of how to do it. I shall give it a go, and if I get stuck, I'll come back to you. Okay, because it's getting close to Clary. I think you live in Cuckoo Land because you didn't. I didn't announce. I didn't announce where it was until somebody actually wrote in where it was. So you'll have to be more. You'll have to be more. I don't know what it is. You'll have to be more anyway. But yeah, So the coming week, tomorrow night, Monday night, 7 o'clock, me and Bobby, an hour on anything really. If anybody wants to come in and put in some ideas on what you want us to talk about, or if you've got any ideas on where we need to go in life, and we shall certainly give it a go. And then Friday night is music night. There'll be another 2-hour show coming up this next Friday. Cheggs live on Lick FM in Marbella. 2-hour show. And so that's tomorrow night, me and Bobby, 7 o'clock. And Friday night, it's music night with Cheggs in Marbella. Sunday night, 7 o'clock, it's me again on Cheggsy, this one, the one we're on now. And then Sunday afternoon, it's a Q&A on the genealogy guy. And then in a couple of weeks on a Wednesday night, and I'm not sure of the time yet, but there'll be a podcast on the genealogy guy channel. So suffice to say, it's been nice speaking to everybody, and I can't give shout-outs to everyone because there's too many. Well, there isn't too many, is there? I could go. I don't even know what. I'll just say my good nights to ones I can see. Good heavens, there's a lot here, isn't there? I think I'll just come to the bottom and so as I normally do on a Sunday night. Thank you all for coming. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves in a little way, and Bibby's going nonce catching, and so folks, I know it's not quite an hour, but it's nearly an hour. It's nice to have spoken to you. It's nice for you to interact. Thank you, and take care, and hopefully speak to you maybe tomorrow night or next Sunday night or even Sunday afternoon. So it's a good night from him there, and it's a TTFM from me. Live long and prosper. Take care, and see you soon.